Right friends, welcome back to Questions and Answers, General and Banking, 51st week, that is 14th to 20th December. World Trade Organization's Trade Facilitation Agreement, basically to ease trade barriers. With the Trade Facilitation Agreement of World Trade Organization, trade barriers will be eased and the time taken for various logistics when you are exporting or when you are importing will be reduced, because of which the GDP, world GDP will increase. So basically World Trade Organization's Trade Facilitation Agreement is to ease trade barriers, and please don't forget World Trade Organization is a Geneva based organization established in 1995, and recently 10th Ministerial Conference was held at Nairobi in Kenya. Name the country which has chosen a silver fern on a black and blue background as their preferred design for flag. New Zealand wants to change the present flag. I have given for comparison existing flag and the newly approved flag. This is designed by Kyle Lockwood, and in future New Zealand is going to accept this as the new flag. So when somebody asks about the new flag, that is New Zealand. Justice retired L. Narasimha Reddy, former Chief Justice of Patna High Court, was nominated to head the Judicial Committee on OROP. OROP is one rank, one pension. Government agreed in principle to implement one rank, one pension scheme for military forces, and L. Narasimha Reddy, former Chief Justice of Patna High Court, was nominated to look into the formalities. Look into the next one. Name the state government which decided to phase out buses of over 9 years age as part of Green Initiative. Nowadays, several states are coming forward to improve the quality of ambient air. And in this connection, Himachal Pradesh decided to phase out buses of over 9 years age as part of Green Initiative. Doha Development Agenda, this is part of WTO talks. Doha Development Agenda is part of WTO talks, and these talks were started in the year 2001. They were supposed to be implemented by 2005, but even till date, all the decisions which were taken under Doha Development Agenda could not be implemented. Basically, it talks about agriculture and other subsidies. Name the country which launched the Islamic Military Alliance, a new military alliance of 34 nations to fight terrorism. Recently, Saudi Arabia announced that it is forming Islamic Military Alliance of 34 countries, and Joint Operations Center will be based in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. And the interesting point I would like to tell you is Shia dominated countries like Iran, Iraq and other countries like Syria, Afghanistan, they are not part of this coalition, and it is to be seen whether this Islamic Military Alliance will come out of the sectarian tendencies prevalent in Gulf countries. Alright friends, look at the next one. The largest non-banking financial company in India is LIC of India. Please don't forget, LIC of India is the largest non-banking financial company in India, and for non-banking financial companies, various regulators are there, and all of you are well aware for insurance sector, the regulator is IRDAI. Ceasefire began on December 15 in Yemen. United Nations backed peace talks were held in Switzerland. Peace talks were held in Switzerland between the government forces headed by Mansour Hadi and rebels, Houthi rebels, and there are news reports Houthi rebels are indirectly supported by Iran, and the president is supported by Saudi Arabia. Again, there are two groups, one supported by Saudi Arabia and the other supported by Iran. So here ceasefire began on December 15 and the peace talks were held in Switzerland. Look into the next one. Fourth cable stayed Basohli bridge in India will be commissioned shortly. It is on river Ravi. Ravi river this bridge, cable stayed bridge. This is the 4th cable stayed bridge in our country. This was built by Border Roads Organization at a cost of rupees 200 crores and 592 meters long bridge. It is named as Atal Setu and it is in Kathua district of Jammu and Kashmir, and because of opening of this bridge, the distance to Pathankot in Punjab as well as Dalhousie in Himachal Pradesh will become nearer, and this is the 4th cable stayed bridge named as Atal Setu. And if you ask me what are the other 3 cable stayed bridges, don't forget Hooghly Bridge. Hooghly Bridge is in Kolkata on Hooghly River. The second one is New Yamuna Bridge in Allahabad. The third one is Rajiv Gandhi Sea Link, or popularly known as Bandra Worli Sea Link in Mumbai. So, this is the 4th cable stayed bridge which was constructed on River Ravi. Inactivated polio vaccine. Nowadays, some state governments are introducing this inactivated polio vaccine into their regular vaccination program. In United States of America, only this inactivated polio vaccine is used, but when you look at India, predominantly we use oral polio vaccine. And oral polio vaccine was developed in 1961 by Albert Sabin, popularly known as Sabin vaccine. And this inactivated polio vaccine was developed in 1955 by Jonas Salk. Right? So, nowadays, as part of immunization program, several state governments are introducing inactivated polio vaccine. The year which is declared as the International Year of Soils is 2015. 68th United Nations General Assembly in the year 2013 took a decision that 2015 will be International Year of Soils. Look at the next one, United Nations Human Development Index. Norway stood at the top position. The country which stood second is Australia. Norway is in first position with 0.944 index. And Australia is in second position, and this Human Development Index is released by United Nations Development Program. This is United Nations organization established in 1965 with New York as the headquarters. And last 5 are African countries. You can look into this PPT. And India stands at 130th position. And 3 things are basically taken while arriving at Human Development Index. That is the life expectancy, education and standard of living. These 3 parameters are taken while arriving at Human Development Index. And for the past several years, Norway tops the list. Federal Reserve is the central bank of United States of America. Why I asked this question is after several years recently, Federal Reserve increased benchmark interest rate by 0.25%. CBI raided the office of the Principal Secretary to the Chief Minister of Delhi, which created a political storm. Subsequently, allegations, counter-allegations are taking place. Look at the next one. The annual Human Development Report is released by United Nations Development Program. We have already discussed, and this was established in 1965, and it publishes the annual Human Development Report. And please don't forget, it is headquartered in New York City. Which of the following accredited as the first national implementing entity of Green Climate Fund of United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change in India? As per the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, Green Climate Fund is instituted from the year 2020 onwards. Developed countries will arrange minimum $100 billion per annum to developing countries as climate finance, and for the time being in our country, NABARD was accredited as the first national implementing agency. Name the state government which announced to observe Emperor Ashoka's birth anniversary on April 14. Emperor Ashoka's birth anniversary will be celebrated by Bihar government. That falls on April 14, coinciding with Dr. B.R. Ambedkar's birth anniversary. And please don't forget, this Ashoka belongs to Maurya dynasty, which is of 3rd century BC. Afghanistan will become the 164th member of WTO, World Trade Organization. At present has got 162 members. Already approval was given for Liberia to be included as 163rd member. Afghanistan will become 164th member. If Afghanistan joins first, then it will become 163rd. So please don't forget, World Trade Organization has got 162 members and approval was given, or you can say protocol of accession was signed for inclusion of two countries. One is Liberia, the second one is Afghanistan, and these two countries are 35th and 36th least developed countries to join World Trade Organization, and at present it has got 162 members, and Liberia and Afghanistan will become 163 and 164. ISRO'S PSLV C-29 placed 6 satellites into orbit. They belong to Singapore, and so far ISRO launched 57 foreign satellites for 20 countries, and this year ISRO launched 17 foreign and 4 Indian satellites. Name the state government which approved the setting up of a maritime board. Andhra Pradesh recently established maritime board. It took a decision to establish maritime board. Andhra Pradesh has got a long coastline of 974 kilometers. It will lead to port-led development, or it will facilitate port-led development. Already maritime board exists in Gujarat, and Andhra Pradesh will become the second state to establish maritime board, basically with a view to develop ports. Former Defence Secretary R.K. Mathur has been appointed as the Chief Information Commissioner. He will be in that post for a period of 3 years, and he is the retired IAS officer of Tripura cadre. Mother Teresa will be made a saint of a Roman Catholic Church during September 2016. Mother Teresa was born in Skopje in the present-day Macedonia in 1910, and she established Missionaries of Charity and associated with it for 45 years. She was awarded Bharat Ratna in the year 1980, and as per the tradition of Catholic Church, after the first miracle, beatification will be done, and after the second miracle, sainthood will be given. Now, the Roman Catholic Church identified the second miracle, and now it decided to give sainthood to Mother Teresa, which will take place in September 2016. Right friends, with this let us conclude questions and answers. Please do join for other modules. Have a nice day. Thank you.